I really love golf. It is so much more than just a sport for me, and it's become a huge part of my life. The last couple of years though, it has been painful, like literally painful. I've had some chronic back issues, and it's got to the point where I'm just not really enjoying the sport. I wasn't really enjoying the sport. I was shooting really terrible scores. I couldn't swing the way I wanted to. And the day after playing, I would sort of struggle to walk the next morning. It would just be so sore. I battled to stand upright. Really, really drastic. So much so I did contemplate just giving it up. I mean, I wasn't getting a whole lot of joy out of it. But then I started getting stronger. So I'd obviously seen chiropractors, biokineticists, and I was doing various things to try and remedy the issues. I went for a back x-ray. I had some issues with my L4 and L5, some sort of accelerated degeneration in that area. But there's no ways that I should have been experiencing the pain that I was. Turns out I was just using my back like most people as they get older, really, really badly. I was putting all the weight through my lower back and not through my glutes or my abs. So while learning a whole bunch of calisthenics things during lockdown and then training with MMA fighter Dricus du Plessis, I started to understand strength, and it all made so much sense to me. Back pain started to be, well, a little bit less intense. I started enjoying golf a lot more. So much so, I thought I'd take it to the next level. So I've teamed up with Scotty McIntosh from The Yard here in Johannesburg, and together in the next few weeks, we are going to basically fast track my golfing progress and my golfing strength to a whole new level, where hopefully it'll provide great longevity and I can keep enjoying the game that I love so much. So this is episode 1 in a series called Strong for Golf.
So obviously, originally Ben joined us to train during Dricus's fight camp, and we let him just jump in the mix. It's not what we normally do. We normally assess everyone and work to specific goals for them, but that was a different project, and we let him spice it up a bit with Dricus and see if he could hang, basically. He did phenomenally well, but now we're starting a little bit more of a specific journey for Ben, and wanting to train to improve some of his goals, which are destroying the ball and driving it as far as possible in golf, and also just all around for his golf, getting improvements in his swing from a more specialized strength and conditioning program. So today we did an assessment of his movement using the functional movement screen, and then some breakaway testing in terms of joint mobility and movement capabilities. Some interesting things we straight away picked up on that will help him improve the position he gets into in his swing and the movement he can perform in his swing. And he's most notably his rotary stability isn't as great as it could be for golf, which will make a huge difference, so we're going to work on that. And then also his right hip internal and external rotation, we can gain a bit of movement there, which will allow him to sink into his swing and move properly, and also display and use power properly through his hip. Also paired with that, we're going to improve his hip stability and core stability. So we basically want to give him as much, we want to improve those variables as much as possible so that he can use the power that he's gaining from the swing training, from the strength training. So we want to release the brakes so that when his foot's on the accelerator, he just flies. He's already seen improvements from the little bit of stuff we've done. People underestimate strength training for sports like golf. And he's seen some meters on his drive already, but now we really want to go get deeper with this and get more out of it. His lats are also a bit tight. His internal rotation on his left shoulder is a bit tight. So besides improving him for golf, Ben's obviously become a aficionado of training, and he's into it, and he wants to get the most out of training, doing calisthenics, pull-ups, you know, it's getting more and more advanced stuff he's doing, and we want to just make sure that his wheels are aligned, his tire pressure's up, and that he can keep putting his foot on the pedal with all his training, and there's not going to be any issues and breakdowns along the way. So we want to improve his mobility and stability so that he can get the most out of his more performance-based training. His swings, his squatting, his clap push-ups, whatever he wants to try to do, the calisthenic stuff. So we want to just look at the long game here and give him the tools to really succeed long-term with his training and not have hiccups along the way.
Coming up in part 2.
Doing general strength training, doing your pushing, pulling, squatting, hinging will give you gains, but we need to go more specific when it comes to golf. Golf requires that you have excellent hip stability, but also the mobility to move into the right positions for the swing, okay? And you also need excellent